Hey there, it's Dr. Mandi here, and I'm so excited to take you on a tour of your pelvic floor. There's a couple ways to use this video. You can just watch and learn, you can feel on your own body as we go through things, or you can get comfy on your bed, grab a hand mirror, have some privacy, and you can take a look, especially when we get to the perineum or the external genitalia. My goal is to give you more knowledge about your body. I believe that knowledge is power, and the more that we know about our bodies, the more empowered we are living in them. Here we go. If we start with the bones, you put your hands on your hips, you're putting your hands on your pelvic bone here. In the front, you can feel the pubic bone, and that's usually covered in a little fat pad and some pubic hair. In the back, you've got your L4 and L5, your last lumbar vertebrae. And if we turn it around, you can see the sacrum here at the base of the spine. At the very tip here, you've got your tailbone. Coming back around to the front, you've got your hip sockets here. And then if we turn it on its back, so this would be you lying down, top is the pubic bone, bottom is the tailbone, and then sit bone on each side. Those are just the bony bones you sit on. Those bones create the boundaries for your perineum. And if you're looking, just to be clear here, a lot of people would say you're looking at your vagina, but know that your vagina is an internal organ. And so what you're looking at is the vulva. So the external genitalia are commonly called the vulva. If you're looking with a mirror, first of all, obviously there's no skin, there's no fat on this model, but you're going to see the labia majora. That just means large lips or big lips. And that's just the fat pads that come around the outside of the vaginal opening. Usually they're covered in pubic hair. And then here you can appreciate the little lips or the labia minora. Up at the top here, this little yellow dot is the head or the glands of the clitoris. It's just the tip. So the clitoris actually is a larger organ that runs underneath the tissue. More on that later. Then we get to the urethra, which you may or may not be able to see. You'd have to separate those labia minora probably to see it. And then the vaginal opening is here, and the anus in the back. When we get to the pelvic floor muscles, there's 3 layers of muscles, and they have 4 primary functions. The most superficial layer is this layer here. It kind of acts like a triangle around the vaginal opening. And then there's another layer of muscles that slings here, slings around the anus, and comes back around to the top. The front muscles, the primary function there is sexual function. So they help to stimulate the clitoris by their attachments to the hood over the clitoris. They help to bring in blood flow and bring in engorgement during arousal, and then they contribute to orgasm. The next layer is deeper in between the other 2 layers, and in that layer is a sphincter around the urethra, and then the sphincter around the anus. Sphincter simply means a round muscle, so when they tighten, they close off those openings. We can thank those muscles for working all the time, probably even right now, unless you're on the toilet, to keep us dry and keep us clean. These deeper muscles are better appreciated when we look in the top of the pelvis, and they really create this bowl of support. So your pelvic organs sit inside here, your rectum sits in the back, your vagina sits in between, connected to the uterus if you have one, and then the bladder sits in the front. So I already talked through 3 of the functions: sexual function, sphincters, and support. The 4th function is stability. So by their attachments with the deepest layer of the abdominal wall, as well as their attachments to the tailbone and the sacrum at the base of the spine, they help stabilize the lower spine and the whole trunk. So there you have it. That's a quick and dirty version of your pelvic floor and its attachments to the bony pelvis. Feel free to watch this again if you want to take your time, pause at any time to go through these on your own body. And if you found this helpful, please share. Again, my name is Dr. Mandi Murtaugh. I'm on Instagram at Dr. Mandi Murtaugh, or you can find me online at drmandimurtaugh.com. And while you're there, sign up for my newsletter so that you can get information like this sent right to your inbox every week. Thanks.